What is up, Broncos country? This is Tim Dog with the Mile High OUTKAST. We got some great guests today. As always, we've been having those guests lately, and me and Mile High Medlock always love when people come through to the show. It makes it more interesting. Everybody has their own takes. We got through that Super Bowl, and as all of us kind of knew, or were at least rooting for, is that the Patriots they got rocked. And I was okay with, I didn't need that Super Bowl 48 retaliation. I wanted that Patriot revenge. And we got it the week or the 2 weeks after that we lost. But you know what? Let's get into this.
In the shadow of the Rockies where the orange burns bright, we ride with the outlaws under stadium lights. Mile high, we fly, no chains combined. This podcast a rocket and the altitude's kind.
Turn it up, let the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown, every beat's a chase. With a mile high outcast, Broncos we broadcast. Climbing, never falling fast. Full of mile high blast.
What's up, Bronco country? We got Mile High Medlock in the house. How you feeling today, Joe?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good, man. It's a really good week so far. Like you said, the Patriots lost again, so they have now been the one. I think they're the most losingest team in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's a good and a bad, but hey, they lost, and I think my pick was the very close to the right score. So I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my bro. I mean, it's been a long work week. Getting back to the trenches. Work's picking back up, so that's always nice. I know you watched the Super Bowl over there with your fam, and that's always good. You know what I mean? It wasn't the Broncos, so it wasn't like we had to go all out and throw a Super Bowl party. Do you agree?
Yeah. Same. I mean, I just was like, I'm keep it simple. I'm not, last year, last couple years, my the kid and the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl. My brother-in-law's a Chiefs fan, so we did a little bit more then because even though I'm not gonna cheer for him, we still
Yeah, definitely. Well, I remember you telling me that when we were getting the Chiefs this year, that your brother-in-law was over there, like, whatever. But it comes with the territory. You choose a team, and you know what, you live or die by it. Joe, let's get this housekeeping out of the way, and let's get our guest up.
Yes, sir. Let's do that. We are on the Orange and Blue Network. As everybody knows, we really want you guys to go to the YouTube page, like and subscribe there. We do give giveaways there. So we got to get less than 90 more subscribers, maybe even a little bit less than that, maybe down to 80. But we get to that next giveaway. You guys be a part of it. Just make sure your profile is public so we can get you guys the merchandise if you win. We also, like I said, on all the other social networks. We're on the audio podcast as well. So if you can't watch and see this pretty face, you can at least hear the voice. So check it out there as well. And we have shows every day of the week. We have the Orange and Blue Blitz on Monday and Friday. That's usually around 11 o'clock. We've got the Bronco Bros on Monday at 7 with George and Dak. So do you even Bronco Bros?
Do you even Broncos Bros?
You know it. We got the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue, the flagship show that comes on Tuesdays at 7:30 with Mile High Viking, Jay Weaver, and Bronco Grunt. And then on Wednesdays we got the two shows that day. We got Mile High Sports Symposium. That's at 2:30. That's gonna be with Doc and JT. They talk about a lot of different sports around the area. And Wednesday at 6, we got the Broncos talk. That's gonna be with the Don and Libre. So tune into them as well. All these shows. Everybody knows their stuff, and it's all good fellas. We got our show. It's on Thursday at 7, so keep checking us out every week. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. We got Viva Los Broncos on Friday. That's going to be at 6 p.m. So they do their show in Spanish. And then we got the fresh squeeze for breaking news. So any breaking news we get, we'd try to get you guys the what's going on. And then the three game day shows are on hiatus right now till the season starts again. And so let me get a couple more things done here. Get our sponsor. We got W Generous Energy Drink. And they're all the good stuff without none of the crash and stuff that comes with all the other energy drinks. We got our energy mixes as well. No sugar, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. They got a lot of different flavors to choose from, so you can get over there and find out which one is your favorite. And after you do that, when you're making the order, put in OBN10 at the checkout. That way you get 10% off your checkout. And the other thing we are going to do real quick here too is we are going to I don't have it ready. Never mind. We aren't going to do that in a little bit. I was going to get another thing out of the way, but we'll do that in a little bit and have it all set up and ready. But so let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Yeah. Let's bring in two guests that everybody knows, that is well known in this Denver community. And you know what? Let's just get it done and over with.
Hey.
Lenny and Sandy, what's up? How you
What's up?
Hey, party people.
Hey.
We're good. How are y'all?
Welcome
Thank you for
back.
having
Welcome
us,
back.
Dog. Joe. Always a pleasure to be on the show.
She said we're good, but my liver still hurts.
I truly believe that. You know what? If I was in your position, I'd be saying the same thing. So there's no judgment over here, Lenny. All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
Sandy, Lenny, missed you guys, man. But I'm sure it was a great time. We'll get into that here in a little bit. We have another special guest. His name is Alex Ramirez, and he's from The Final Word. He is very well known. He's very well known. I'm gonna bring him in. He knows his sports. He has a good follower. You name it. Interaction with players and all that stuff. So let's bring in Alex Ramirez.
I can't hear anybody.
Oh,
I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear us now?
Now I can hear everybody now.
Okay, there you go.
I'm so sorry. I missed the first
He introduced
minute.
you.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, it's
We can
fine.
hear you.
Okay,
All
now
right.
we're good. Okay, sorry about that.
All
How you
right.
guys doing?
So
You're good.
basically,
Welcome,
what you
Alex.
missed,
All right,
what you missed, Alex,
absolutely.
is that I
Awesome.
just kind of.
I'm sorry. Did you? Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Alex, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Somebody tell him to drop out. He's pulling a Vader.
Oh, you got to drop off.
Can't hear
Here,
you.
I'm gonna message you.
You have to drop off and then come back in.
Here, I'm gonna message him. All right. You pulled a Vader.
That's gonna be the technical term now. They pulled a Vader.
They
Like
pulled a
getting-
Vader.
Like getting
Yeah,
that
like
lost.
getting that locked.
Yeah,
There's
that's
getting
another
that locked
one.
and pull a
Pull a
Vader.
Vader.
Yeah, just text him, let him know to drop all the way out,
All right.
and then come back in.
All right. Let's see. Drop.
We keep having these little technical difficulties. I'm sorry to the audience that's out there, but promise you, we're not doing it on purpose.
Hey, it happens.
Let's
While we're
see.
doing that, let's get some comments going real quick here. We
There you
got
go.
Dream Weaver in the house.
Right.
What up,
Okay,
Jay?
so you guys are having a great night. Yes, we damn sure are, man. So definitely thank you for tuning in.
Hey, man,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say something real quick about Jay, man. I tuned in on. I know I tuned in late.
Are we
I
in?
tuned in. Are
There you
getting here?
go.
All right.
you hear us?
You're right. I had to log off. I apologize. Those
You're
are
good.
technical difficulties on my producer's side. That is
Yeah.
on The Final Word. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Happy
There's-
day. How are you?
One
Yeah,
second.
Right on.
1 second, real quick. I want to shout out Jay. you know what? And before I do that, welcome back, Johnny. I know Johnny went without power outages. He's the CEO of the network. You know, we were having to pull up our own shows for a little bit, but every person, Joe stepped up for us. He was the one doing that. And every other podcast was having to do that because he was having difficulties. And you know what? He went back live on Tuesday and killed it with Jay. I tuned in. I was a little bit late, but Jay, Johnny, you guys had a great show on Tuesday.
Good job,
Good
Johnny.
job,
Bravo,
guys.
bravo.
Good job on a great show. You can hear us, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you recover, man. Technical difficulties happen all the time. That's part of the business. And we are now live back.
Let's go.
And I'm ready to rock and roll. How is everybody
hear
doing
you.
this evening? I'm so excited and happy. Again, I am grateful for the opportunity to talk to all of you talented individuals. I'm ready to rock, man. What you got? Shoot them at me. Let's go. Broncos out. They didn't make the Super Bowl. Okay,
Yeah.
so what? Big deal. Let's go.
Before we get into all of that, we're gonna do a little tribute to my daughter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
You gotta
yes,
do
sir.
it.
Sandy, you ready?
Yeah.
Set.
Okay.
I'm
So I
ready.
want to let this be known is so
Okay.
they only gave her a couple words to use and she had to make the poem out of it. And this fills my heart. Do you want to read it or me? Okay. So she wants me to. You want to stand in the back or no?
Yeah,
She's doing-
baby. I want you to read it.
At least stand in the back.
Yes.
on.
You
Come on.
gotta come
Come
on
on.
camera, Yaya.
Yeah. Look at they got you.
Come on, Yaya, for me.
There she is.
That's
So
my girl.
I'm gonna read it for her. So this was a working title. She didn't have a title till today or yesterday. Yesterday. She finally got a title. So this is like a week going, but she worked her so proud. Her teacher actually told her, "Oh my gosh, what a great poem!" So the title's called "Moving West" by Arcadia Borrego. It says, "I will not bathe my hands in blood of the people of Mexico. Guilt, murder. You may murder or drive from their country the whole population, but you can never force slavery upon them. Repeat, protection. Let our arms now be carried with the spirit, honor, power. The honor, the rights, the interests of our country, responsibility, Army. Rejects all responsibility for the evils of a struggle which did not provide, dispose, interest. He has done everything in his power to avoid it, blood, slavery. Expand our protection over her citizens and soil, spirit, and expand."
Oh, I love that. That is so powerful,
great.
Yaya.
That is.
I
That's
love
great.
that you yes,
That is-
right here. I love
Those
that.
are strong
you-
words.
Yes,
Perfectly said.
powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
You know, they always say that great kids come from great parents. So good for you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Good
man.
job, Tim.
Great
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
keeping your daughter balanced, and yeah, it's a tough world we live in right now.
Oh, it's definitely, and you know what? You know what? Her teacher specifically told her, "You get no outside help, you get no inside help. This is you, and this is what." And I'm gonna tell you, I mean, Yaya loves everybody here. I'm gonna admit that, but she was really excited for you to hear that, Sandy.
Yeah. Let me
That's
just
good.
tell you, Yaya, I am so proud of you because you don't get no outside help. You don't get inside help. And for you to say such a statement, that is such a bold statement.
Powerful.
It is powerful. And like a girl, you are going places. So you are strong and smart and you're beautiful. You're brilliant.
Yeah.
And you just keep doing you because that is amazing.
Just remember this when you're applying for college. Go, Buffs.
Yes.
Oh, Buffs.
Go, Buffs.
Tell everyone
Yes.
bye.
And one day you will take over the world. Go, Buffs.
Love you, girls. All right, now that
Love
we
you,
got
girl.
that out of the way, you know what? I love everyone for sitting there quietly and just hearing. Man, she'll be a freshman next year, and I was so proud of that poem. And I'm sure
I'm proud of you, man.
Jack,
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of
Yeah. Yeah,
I,
Tim.
appre-
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Iron sharpens iron.
you. Sure does. Sure does. And it takes encouragement and a lot of you know, a lot of wit. And
That poem alone says how good you're doing as a dad.
yes, sir.
Thank you, my bro. I appreciate that, man. That means the world to me, Lenny, man. You know you're my boy with all my heart. And I appreciate you guys listening to that. But let's get into some first and tailgate.
First and tailgate.
So real quick, this is something. I mean, we're gonna get into some topics real quick, but off of that poem, I'm feeling kind of my little, respect, and I want to start it with Bad Bunny, with this Latin community that had his back, and there's many Latins that like me, like Chicom, that I don't fully understand Spanish. I get that, but what an amazing job. Not only performing the way he did, not only like getting people that didn't speak English into it, but having to defend off of the haters that thought that somebody like that should have never been part of the Super Bowl. I want to start with you, Sandy. What did you think about Bad Bunny's halftime performance? Should it have been this big and this much of a problem for the whole world when Puerto Rico is actually part of the United States?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. So no, it should have been big because it was a good performance. But if you're ignorant, then you don't understand the message that he was sending, because there was a message behind it that was powerful. The energy there was crazy. The visuals were next level. And then when he brought the surprise guests out, Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, that made the crowd go nuts. And it wasn't just a performance, it was a cultural movement. And just to be ignorant to one thing, I don't want to get into politics, is the orange clown said it's the dancers send a bad message. It sends a bad message, like
to
what?
Children, yeah.
It sends a bad message to children.
Children should have been watching that kind of dancing or something. Yeah.
Something, but I'm like, the audacity of you, like, coming from
what?
Yeah, like you're worried about children.
Yeah, basically.
But
we won't get into that back part of the politics of it.
No,
but the
yeah.
Bad Bunny movement,
it was, it was beautiful. It was.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. It was amazing.
And I'm sure you guys were over in Vegas watching it. You know what I mean? I'm sure people hype all around you, right, Sandy?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, for the Super Bowl, I was there for the Bad Bunny concert. So, I got what I paid for, and I'm happy. I was happy about it.
Lenny, what do you say about Bad Bunny, man? I mean, is it a movement or is it an atrocity on this world?
No, it's definitely a movement. Definitely. One thing I want to point out about it is a lot of people, I don't know if you noticed, but when they showed the boxers, one of the boxers was Vargas, boxer Vargas. He's actually sponsored by Chili Shack, which is a Denver company. So I love Denver people. I love my Denver community. So shout out to Chili Shack for sponsoring Vargas, and Vargas being in that Super Bowl show. That was awesome. Anyways, I think it was definitely a movement, definitely a cultural movement. And if you open your eyes, him bringing Lady Gaga, he was trying to unify the people. You don't have to be Hispanic to, he said they put it on the board up there, love is hard. Love speaks louder than hate.
The only thing that
speaks louder than hate is love. Yeah, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we went to a Bronco bar and they put out free food during halftime. So I was watching like this in line.
You were like me at the championship game. Remember, I was trying to get food.
Yeah. So I was trying to get food.
I know that feeling. Alex, why don't you touch down on Bad Bunny a little bit?
Well, a couple things, guys and girls. When you build a platform like you guys are doing it now, it's very delicate. It's very sensitive on how you do things and who you promote, who you don't promote. I'm Latino. I'm Mexican. I grew up in Green Mountain. and I graduated a long time ago from very high school that was very white dominated. I might have been the only white Mexican American that was there, and then
State
maybe the
champion.
state champion. That's correct, man. That's correct. Captain of the football team. Let's get that right, Lenny. But at the same time, I was also 6'1", 250, but not a lot of people that had that platform or as big as I was, as physically as I was. So what I love about, and I'm watching this and I'm observing, okay? I'm observing, guys, as you guys have seen my shows over the last 14 years. We have to be really responsible on who and how we say things, because you're always going to upset somebody, whether you're doing it the right way, the wrong way. I'm always about, hey, Latinos, Spanish speaking, let's do it. And you're right, Sandy. Your daughter nailed it, spot on. And sometimes you don't have that voice. Sometimes you don't have that voice to say it. But Benito, when Menudo came out, that's how I call it, Menudo, Ricky Martin. There was different generations that watched that halftime show. There were generations of Lady Gaga. There were generations of Ricky Martin, where I grew up watching Menudo. I'm not sure if you guys knew who Menudo was at the time.
Yeah.
They were as big as the Beatles, bigger than NSYNC, bigger than a lot of different groups. So the only thing I will say is that I'm glad now that kids have the opportunity, in case your daughter has that platform to say what she wants to say. And I think it's amazing. But it is when you mix sports and politics together, and I can give you guys a million stories of old broadcasters that made a lot of bad statements regarding politics, regarding whatever, where they lost a lot of money with sponsorships because maybe they were irresponsible and didn't know how to do it. But I think we're above that now, where you really, if you see it, say something. And I think your daughter did that, and I applaud you for that as a father for doing that. But all I'm going to say is, listen, in this business, you really got to be careful on how things get said and how you promote. All right. I have 25 sponsors right now on our radio show. And I don't know if all of them are Republican. I don't know if they're all Democrat. I really don't.
We don't do politics. I don't want to cut you short.
Exactly. But you know what though? We do have a freedom of speech to say something.
I
think it's important that your daughter said that, because that empowers her, and you're being a father gave her that platform to do that. So I applaud you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Joe, let's see what you got to say about Bad Bunny, man.
Oh man, I was looking forward to it, but there's always going to be shows that people like or don't like. There's been, I've seen some of the Super Bowl shows, and I've been like, oh, they could have got somebody better. So I mean, if you don't like it, there you like shit, you can go get some food, whatever. You can still listen. But I thought he did a really good job. There was a lot of symbolism in there. There was a lot of just a lot of community vibes in there, and he did a really good job with everything, with the presentation. The everything came together really good. Everything he was trying to get shown across was good. But going back, everybody's always had something to say about whatever Super Bowl last year. They didn't like Kendrick Lamar. They didn't like when they had Dr. Dre and Snoop and them. So somebody's always gonna have something to say. So I just always if there's somebody on there that I don't want to really listen to, like I said, I either go outside, I go get food, whatever. But it's always cool to at least see the the different things that they do, because it's always a show.
The diversity. Yeah.
I still like to watch.
Roger Goodell.
You can have some really good shows and stuff.
I will say this. I will say this, Joe. I agree with you, because there are multiple halftime shows where I was like, really? So But that's all it was for me. Was like, really, okay, I'll check it out, but leave it at that. I'm not on multiple social media sites blasting and saying that he's not American when Puerto Rico is Puerto American, and I think it's very important for me to say that as I have a platform in mind. I am not hating against a Republican, a Democrat, or independent or anything. That it's not that kind of show. What I am saying is I'm going to give Bad Bunny. I'm gonna put some props on it for Bad Bunny for being the person he was and knowing how many people hated it, and then a different halftime show. Like he's not a U.S. citizen. Yes, because he spoke his mind up. Oh my gosh, God forbid. But what I will say, I know Lenny and Sandy were out in Vegas having a good time. I know you were with your family. I watched the Super Bowl by myself. And it's not, I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. I chose to do that because Joe did invite me to go. I was like, I'm just going to watch it. The Broncos ain't in there. But you know what? When that halftime show came in, my kids are half white, half Chicana. And I want them to know that root base, even though he's Puerto Rican, it's still a Latin community. And my girls came up and watched it. And I'm like, look at this. This guy is breaking bridges, this and that. And that's all I want to say. I mean, you had Black Lives Matter movement, which I support. Even if if whatever race that you are, if you're killing it, I mean, look at that song. I don't know exactly what it's called, but the Asian group or the but I'm like, oh my gosh, these girls are killing it. These girls are killing it. I don't hate on nobody, but I just felt like it was a Latin experience that just needed to be done, and I thought it went great. Everyone put their take on that. Thank you guys all so much. Let's get into
what Joe was saying though. You always got to watch no matter what because you never know. You might see a titty on a Sunday afternoon.
Hey, now with Janet Jackson, hold on. I never heard anything wrong with Janet Jackson's situation with Justin Timberlake. It's all political and it's all good, man. But I'm glad this topic was brought up because I think it was important that it was addressed, especially from all of us Latinos. We're not all from here, and so thank you for bringing that up, Tim. I think it's important that it was a topic that was addressed.
Yeah,
hey, I'm gonna throw this. Yeah. I'm gonna throw this comment up here real quick since it's related to what it said. Keith, thanks for tuning in. He said, when I saw people brought to tears by his performance, I was happy. I'm glad it was meaningful to other Americans like past performers were meaningful to me. That's what I'm saying.
Awesome, Keith.
Right
Keith. When Kelly Clarkson played, I was like, I'm not really into her music, but she did a dang good show.
Kelly killed it, dude. Kelly killed it.
Man, she put on a show. I was like, I don't really.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
But she put on a show, So like I said, you gotta watch and see,
You got to give credit where artists do. It's nothing about race, nothing about politics. I don't want to do that on the show. What I will say is that he went in and stepped up and did what he did do. Let's get on to the next thing, and let's get into a little bit about the Super Bowl. So here we go. My prediction. So fourth and forecast, Lenny and Sandy, you were on this show with Vader.
Yeah.
Was 34-10. Lenny's, and I rewatched this just so I can bring it up today. Lenny's was 27-24.
Are you cashing receipts, man? Right now?
He's cashing receipts.
I definitely
Damn,
am.
you guys are dirty, man. That's cool. All right. Okay, I see how this game's going.
Like it.
Okay.
I like it.
So I'm getting on to the next one, and this one makes me laugh. Sandy goes 1-0. I hope they both lose in overtime. I don't care who wins.
She hedged her bet. She hedged her bet. She didn't care.
Yeah.
She's in Vegas.
Vader went 27.
You win either way. You win either way.
Yeah.
Vader went 27-14.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we had 6. So Joe went 31-13, and then George went 28-23. So the closest margin in that, because it was 29-13.
I see.
Would go to Joe.
Yeah.
There
you go, Joe.
I see you, Joe.
There is one person.
There
is one person that beat him, however. Mile High Martin. I don't know if you're out there in the comments today, but he had his prediction at 27-13. So
we're both
that's
2 points away.
Close, man. That's really close.
That is close.
You both You know what?
It's
You both
even.
are 2 points away. You both are 2
Yeah.
points away.
They're even.
So my I'm gonna tell my co-host Mile High Medlock over there, Mile High salute for the prediction that you did. And then also to Martin Mile High, man. I hope you're out there, or at least you restream it or catch it later. I'm gonna give my props to you, Martin, because you were only 2 points away as well. I don't know what George and Lenny were thinking about being so close. You know, those two guys. You know,
Lenny, hold on, Lenny. Really, Lenny. At this point, when he was out there doing his predictions, I'm not sure what time or what day he did his predictions, but it might have
was
been
2 weeks ago.
It might have been skewed a little bit because when you're on Fremont Street giving your predictions on Super Bowl Sunday, that might not be the greatest.
It was before. It was
They're
before
not Jimmy
Fremont.
the
It was
Greek
before
at that
Fremont.
point anymore. Yeah. I got
It was
you.
before Fremont.
All right, so I'm gonna get some more credit where credit's due. I know the Patriots got beat down. As a cornerback player myself, Gonzalez for the Patriots.
Christian Gonzalez, former CU Buff.
How many great plays? Yeah, you're absolutely right. How many great plays? And I'm not just talking about him because he's a CU and an alumni. I am not talking about a capacity because whatever. What I will say, that dude saved like 3 touchdowns.
He did.
And if the ball was put anywhere else, it's an interception or it's overthrown.
Yeah.
The only place the receiver could have caught the ball, and I think he was defending in Jigba a few times.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Number one receiver in the NFL. Yep.
That dude had so much on his plate, and he was going solo. I mean, you weren't even getting help over the safety. That dude was going man to man.
1-on-1.
And to me, that dude, I mean, bro, he's the only reason it wasn't a blowout. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not saying that the Patriots defense didn't keep up for a long period of time because they did, and we can get into that. But Joe, I'm gonna go over to you, man. How do you think Gonzalez played in that Super Bowl? I'm not talking Patriots team, just individually Gonzalez.
Yeah, no. I mean, as for himself, he definitely was on that island and held it tight. And like you said, he definitely had however many past breakups he had. I mean, they were timely, and definitely kept him from breaking for long gains. So yeah, he was definitely out there balling and playing the best he can, and definitely earned himself a paycheck somewhere else. If it's not with New England,
Well said. New contract extension at least for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's gonna have to happen if they want to keep building the way they are, because I mean, New England got. I mean, quick perspective, they had the easy schedule, and then the playoffs they got shown that they couldn't score against the Broncos besides that one mess up that actually should have been a forward pass. Yeah. And then they went to
the offensive line had a horrible day too.
Yeah. But I just want to do that to Gonzalez. So you know what, Alex, I'm gonna come to you next. What do you have to say about Gonzalez? About specifically just the Super Bowl.
I'm going to dive in more into that Gonzalez situation more than I think that it needs to be dived into, but I think it has to do a lot with what is actually happening in college sports right now. He was at CU, and he knew that it was a dying situation over there. And I cover the Buffs like nobody does here in Colorado. And when he transferred, he did the NIL deal. It kind of reminds me of a Jordan Seaton situation, number 77, the left tackle, the 5-star athlete that just recently decided to leave Colorado after Shador went to the NFL and JoJo Lewis, whatever's the quarterback now. I think a lot of times, and you can even look at Bo Nix' situation, I think what happens now, and this is what's the poison about college sports, is it's a wild, wild west. And it sucks because before all you wanted to do was get your scholarship and like, man, I got a scholarship. I'm going to go play at this university and I'm great. And congratulations, you've made it. But now it's not enough anymore. When I go to the parking lot at CU, when I go to media day, when I go to practices, I see Jordan Seaton in a Bentley. I see players have vehicles that are more expensive than their coaches have. And is it Is it wrong? No, I think college players should be paid, but I think Christian Gonzalez falls into that category where he bettered himself by leaving CU to go to another university to improve himself. Bo Nix, he was at Auburn, then he went to Oregon. All right, I mean, Bo Nix made like $25 million his last couple of years as a college player. If you guys don't remember the movie Blue Chips with Nick Nolte and Shaq and Penny Hardaway and those guys, and back in the day, it was like, yeah, my dad's looking for a tractor. The kid from Iowa, Shaq never wanted anything, but Penny, they wanted money. His mom wanted a new job, a new house. That was frowned upon 20 years ago. Now, if you don't do that, you are not improving in college football. Now, I can't say that about all schools like Indiana. Those guys are all 3 and 4 star athletes that won the national championship this year. But the trend with the Christian Gonzalez, we're going to start seeing more of that. And unfortunately, that's the trend of college football with NIL. Until there's some kind of regulation federally with the NIL, you're going to see you're going to see a player that's at CU now, like Jordan Seaton. He might be the number 1 overall draft pick. I think he went to LSU. I believe he transferred just there recently, a couple weeks ago. So that kind of reminds me of like, hey man, it's not really about the university anymore. When was the last time you guys saw a basketball player that you guys knew their name? Like the Fab Five, the Georgetown teams, the Syracuse teams, that you guys knew about these players. You bought their jerseys. You bought their numbers because you knew who they were. That's not happening anymore.
If you're talking about the 5-5, man, you're talking about a once in a lifetime that it'll never happen again, never happened before.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
hold on.
I get it.
You're talking about 5 freshmen that got a start, that started wearing the baggy clothes, that deserved all the hype that they got, and they got a donut for everything. They could barely afford a burger to walk down the street because everything went back to the university. So the difference between the Fab Five and what's going on now is that the paper's coming out more out there. And, you know, I know we got a little sidetracked. So let me bring us back on base. And I don't mean to interrupt you. Everything you're saying about college is right.
You're talking about Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez.
Super Bowl performance.
Amazing. I mean, the guy deserves a contract extension. He's on tons of commercials for the NFL. He's an ambassador for Latino football. If I can do it, you can do it. But at the same time, where did he start? Where was his college upbringings when he started playing ball? Now these kids are like, you know what? If I can't make it at a school, and I'm bringing it back to Christian Gonzalez, he's going to leave. All these 5-star athletes, if you see your program dying, like CU's is, I have a CU shirt on right now, guys. All right? If they see those players that are like, hey, man, I can go to Florida State, I can go to Alabama. Christian Gonzalez is just the beginning of what is wrong in the future with college football because of the transfer portal. CU's depending on the transfer portal to get better every year. It's not going to happen. You can't recruit an entire team on the NIL. Christian Gonzalez knew that. He was smart enough to understand, I'm not going to be a first-round pick. He was a first-round pick for the New England Patriots. He wouldn't have been a first-round pick if he would have stayed with Colorado. Why? Because he would have been exposed because their defense sucks and their offense sucks. So I'm sorry. I did get off the track a little bit. I am sorry.
No, yeah,
I just had to mention
it is. But you know what? Like how you say he would have been exposed. In my eyes, he went and played the Super Bowl and had to go against Njigba. So I'm gonna differ a little from your opinion. This is why we talk sports. It's not that you're right or
about it.
But to cover Njigba and make plays, that's saying something. Lenny, go ahead and go next. What do you got to say about Gonzalez?
Well, Gonzalez definitely made a lot of good plays. He did save those 3 touchdowns. I think I was so against the Patriots that I wasn't even paying attention to him saving those touchdowns. To me, it was, damn it, Seahawks didn't get the touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, and me knowing, like, I'm a huge CU fan. We go to tons of CU games. And so knowing he was a CU guy, I actually had a little bit of animosity towards him. Like, F that dude, he left CU.
Yeah, no, you know what? Like it was. I just thought it was amazing to see his talent and him being like, I can square up 1-on-1, and that's what saved the Patriots. It wasn't their, I mean, they were getting to the quarterback. Don't get me wrong, they were getting there, but Sandy,
You just like him because he's a cornerback.
He called me out.
Were you a cornerback, Tim?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you know how it feels to be on an island, right?
Sandy, do you have anything to say about Gonzalez? Were you watching it that closely, or were you in party mode?
I was in party mode, but I'm gonna say he wasn't a game changer for me. That little Kenneth Walker who had 130
Super Bowl
yards
MVP.
rushing.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
MVP. Free agent now, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He made a huge impact, and he had like multiple first downs. So 130 yards rushing, and so that
was your game changer.
that was my game changer. I like Gonzalez too. Let me eat these wings and things.
There's Walker.
There's Walker.
I love.
And no, I
love
was
it.
not paying that much attention.
I get it.
I love it. I love everyone's take. And here's the last thing about the Super Bowl category. I mean, because we can go on and on. I mean, we got 5 people, and it's gonna. Let me go this last one, and this might be touchy for everybody. Once again, I'm gonna start with my co-host, one of my best friends in my life, man, Joe over there. Do you think if Bo Nix would have stood healthy, we would have got through the championship, beat the Patriots? This is all hypothetical. Do you think with Bo Nix in, and then we're going to play for the Super Bowl, do you think that we would have had a chance against Seattle?
I mean, we would of course we would have had a chance. With a healthy Bo Nix, we definitely would have been. It would have been a more competitive game. But that Seattle defense they were fired up. They were on point. They were flying around that field. And Walker, like Sandy was saying, he was out there just getting holes on the edges and getting first downs and just kept them chains moving. So, I mean, I definitely thought we'd been more competitive. In hindsight, no, I don't know if we could have won, but we would have definitely been in it. It just, man, if we found a way to stop Walker, we definitely could have had a chance. Bo and them could have, scraped out some points. It would have been a little bit lower scoring game, but I don't for sure know if we could have beat them even with Bo healthy.
Whoa.
I think it would have came like real close, and it would have been like one of those last.
Well, go ahead, Sandy. Sandy, you got the
No, it
ball.
would have
Go
been
ahead.
like if it was us with Broncos, it would have been one of those like last minute, like stressful. Because when
that's what the Broncos do.
Because when Bo's under pressure, he comes through. That's that mile high magic. And I feel like if it did come down to Seahawks and Broncos in the Super Bowl, and we're neck and neck,
With
maybe
Bo.
if we go into overtime, with Bo. If we did even have to go into overtime, that game would have been ours. Because we needed Bo.
No, I believe you. And Sandy, you're saying that with
And
some
he could
passion.
have done it.
Because, I mean, how many games through the season have you been? And, look at the roller coaster up and down that we've been through with Bo Nix and pulled it out multiple times, and so, I'm still on your take.
Yeah.
I'll go last. I'll wait for everyone to go. But, Sandy, great take. Lenny, go ahead, my bro.
So we've had this argument probably a million times out in Vegas with every Patriot fan that we ran into. If we had Bo, so first of all, in the AFC Championship, they did absolutely nothing to beat us. Their touchdown was off a turnover at the 30-yard line. Like they did absolutely nothing to beat us. They beat us. I'll give them that, but they didn't do nothing spectacular to beat us. If we were in the Super Bowl with Bo, if Bo didn't get hurt, we're in the Super Bowl with Ho. Back to the AFC Championship. Bo would have been running in the snow. He would have been running. It would have been a game changer.
Yeah.
So we go to the Super Bowl with Bo. I just feel like us in the Super Bowl would have held Walker. I think Cooper, I think Singleton on one side. Like I think we could have held Walker. We could have contained him. And outside of Walker, what did Donald have? 200 yards passing. But that ain't a Super Bowl winner. 200 yards passing ain't how you win a Super Bowl. He won because Walker was exploding. So you take away, we contain Walker, we contain him. Broncos win that Super Bowl easy.
Well, I feel like on that take, Lenny, you're not wrong at all. They were satisfied of getting 3, another 3, and another 3 because their defense is going to hold. So the strategy, I agree with, but then in the second half, things started to open up. So yeah, I totally get that. And you know, I mean, if you're saying that if Bo Nix was there, that we could have contained Walker, then man, you know what? I'm not far off from you, bro. Alex, you're next, my bro. If Bo Nix stood
Listen. I've been to the tailgate. What was that tailgate called?
The Horseman tailgate.
Yeah, you guys have been there, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
All right. So first of all, I don't have my orange glasses on to look at through everything how they're looking at it. Just to go back to your point, Lenny, yes, if Bo would have been playing, yes, they would have gone to the Super Bowl. Would they have beaten Seattle? Absolutely not. That defense was legendary. When I watched the Seahawks play against the 49ers, I forgot what game that was. I think it might have been the last game of the regular season or whatever it was. When I saw that defense play, I was like, man, and I'm dating myself because I'm an older guy. Is that the 85 Bears? Is that the 2002 Ravens team? Those guys were mean, they were nasty, and they were badass. Guys, I'm not trying to tell you guys something you guys don't already know. Yes, Sandy, I'm going to say, yeah, right. It could have happened, but no. There's no way that Bo Nix, if he was healthy and didn't have 2 left ankle injuries and a right one from college, by the way, at the HIPAA violation, Sean Payton, when he disclosed that information, that's still up for investigation. No, I don't believe I think the Broncos bow down when they needed to go out. Yes, it was only 10-7 when the Broncos lost against the Patriots. So did we cut our losses short from the Broncos losing to the Patriots in the AFC Championship, opposed to getting blown out or really being exposed in the Super Bowl? Listen, we'll never know that answer, but I will tell you this much. As a guy who's covered the league for a long time, who goes to these practices and understands a little bit of football dynamics and logistics a little bit, and Lenny, come on, man. I understand you got your orange glasses on, but let's be honest. Let's be honest,
biased.
Lenny.
I am biased. I'm biased.
Let's be honest. That Seattle team, that defense would have put the hurting on the Broncos at the Super Bowl. So are we better off losing the AFC Championship? No, of course not. I would have loved to go down there. I was going to go down there for to cover the Super Bowl maybe a row. But no, I don't think that would have happened. I think they would have probably lost worse than the Patriots. And I don't want to publicly say that, but I'm saying no. I think the Broncos bowed down, and that snowstorm that came in the fourth quarter, and I don't think the Broncos would have beaten Seattle in the Super Bowl. No, and I think they would have gotten really, really beat up bad. And I'm sorry you guys don't agree with that, but you guys know. Come on, you guys know.
I know.
All right, so here we
sucks.
go.
I'm still heartbroken about it.
Here we go. My turn. Everyone got to go. Alex, I respect your opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here it is.
And you're doing a great job, by the way. You're controlling a lot of chaos right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I've been doing that for the past couple of weeks. We've had big guests on. But what I will say about that is I absolutely don't agree with you at all.
Okay.
Here's why.
That's cool.
And here's why.
With Alex.
I'm not saying that Bo had the best QB rating. I'm not saying that he didn't run for his life. He didn't run outside of the pocket when he had to, like, for no reason. There's multiple reasons you can look at Bo. But here's the thing. both said there, no matter who he played, he did always play to the caliber of the team that was against him.
I agree with that. That's a good point.
So when he played the Raiders, we should have blew him out. No, he played to that caliber. But when we
Yep.
played the Eagles, we played to that caliber.
Agreed.
Played the Chiefs, we played to that caliber.
Agreed.
So going through, I mean, if you want to get technical about the issues of us not winning the AFC Championship or not, Bo should have never. It should have ended with the safety. We all know that the hole in the end zone. We should have been.
Absolutely.
We should have been in the Super Bowl then and there. No injury happened. Here's the thing. Darnold came over and Minnesota's kicking themselves in the ass for letting him go for JJ. And now what? Darnold, okay, I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback, but he didn't put up what he was going to put up against New England's defense. So for you to make that the assumption that the Broncos couldn't play with Seattle the way New England didn't start pulling away until the turnover touchdown. It was 9-0. They were playing field goals. This was a freaking low-scoring game. There's no way that none of us can say that. I'm not saying the Broncos would have won, but what I will say is Broncos would have made it a hell of a lot better game.
Better than 29. Better than 29-13, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But defense wins championships, Tim.
And we have a defense. So, I mean, come on, Benito.
I agree, man. They're gonna. Hey,
Riley
you know what?
Reid,
You're
PS
completely.
True. You know what I mean?
You're right,
To
man.
keep-
I'm not disagreeing with you. That's why we have these shows to talk about.
Yes,
We
sir.
can
Yes,
discuss
sir.
our agreements. We can agree to disagree. And you're right. You're spot on. We have a defense as well. Nick Bonito was a defense of finalist for AP Player of the Year. I get it. Zach Allen, All Pro. We had 6 guys that went to the Pro Bowl, and I think 5 of those guys were on defense, or 4 of them were on defense. We had 2 offensive linemen that were up for the big lineman award. I agree with you, bro. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, I
I just see that defense. I just see that defense on Seattle after I watched that San Francisco game. I sat there and I was like, dude, these guys are freaking mean and they're nasty. They grabbed Christian McCaffrey, a good friend of mine. I've been covering him since Valor, and you know that, Lenny.
Yeah.
And they were grabbing him like a rag doll. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't even want to see this.
Well, let's be honest. I played basketball against Christian, and I grabbed him like a rag doll too one time.
That's always fun to hear. You know what? One thing I do want to say, thank you so much for being on the show. For
Good,
the
I
Super
appreciate
Bowl
you guys
topic.
having me on.
Lenny, thank you for throwing that out there to me and Joe to let him be a guest. Your intel, man, you know what, man? Me and you can go for hours and hours and hours.
I believe it. I believe that. I
love the spirit that you have, and I love the knowledge that you have. You put it all together, and you're talking just what you think. And I love what you said. When you said, this is why we have a show. This is why we talk about
right.
it. Of course,
right.
That's what it is. I'm not going to get mad at you. I might be
No.
mad at Lenny. I will never be mad at Sandy. But Lenny, that guy over there, I'm just kidding, Lenny. You know I love you, bro. You know I love you.
9 lives, Lenny. No, I think I'm down to 8 after Vegas.
I think here's one thing. I'm
hold on,
gonna throw something at you guys real quick.
Hold on,
Go
guys.
ahead.
We got Coach in the house. He said,
Hey,
"No, with the
Coach.
way the defense played, Bo would have made it a game." So
I agree.
that's
Thank
Joe's
you,
dad. That's Coach. So it looks like he's agreeing with you, my bro.
That's my boyfriend.
Then we
I
got-
love my Broncos
1900.
brothers. I'm with y'all AFC teams that won here. You know what? Listen, here's my last take, and I'm gonna put a bow on this conversation just so I can just bow out and with some dignity and respect. Listen, guys, I'm not sure why Sean Payton is getting so much run on he did a bad job, or Davis Webb is going to be the offensive coordinator because he's calling calls. Listen, man, we were in quarterback purgatory a couple years ago. We had no money.
Yeah.
There's nothing left. And
But now you
I
have
know
a quarterback and you can't call the right play. Yeah.
correct. Well,
Yeah.
hey, hold on a second. Sean
Hold on, I'm
Payton.
gonna read this. My brother George, bring that back up, Joe, please.
Go ahead.
It goes, no disrespect, but the Seahawks defense is not comparable to the 85 Bears or 2002 Ravens. Good unit for sure. Bo has the clutch gene, unlike me. You know what? Because you know what? That 85 Bears ran that 4-6. That's when that shit came out. In 02, they had Ray Lewis.
Shane McMahon was not a big time
He wasn't
quarterback.
a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback.
Neither was Dilfer either.
Yeah, Trent
He
Dilfer.
wasn't.
There
They
you
just
go.
managed the team.
That's what George is talking about. Alex, thank you for coming into the show,
right,
man.
man.
If you
I
give
can
everyone
go
a
on.
mile high salute.
All right.
Alex,
Man.
love you, brother. We love you.
brother.
Love you
Yes,
guys,
yes.
man.
All
All right, guys.
Thank
You
you,
guys
Mom.
be good.
All right, tell your Wi-Fi.
All right, guys. You know what, man? Alex was very interesting to talk to, man. He has some takes. I like how we can go back and forth with no hard feelings. Joe, you want to get into some comments?
Yeah, let me throw some up from way earlier that kind of missed out. Got your Uncle Todd in the building. Said, "Hey, there, dudes, just checking in on you, my podcast. Show me,
Uncle Todd.
show it to me, Uncle Todd. Hello, Biggie
Hey,
Bronco in the house. He said, "How's everybody doing tonight, man? We doing good. Having a
What's
good little
up?
conversation."
Yes, sir.
And so Keith had said, he said his prediction was 31-17 Seahawks. So he was close too.
Yeah.
He said he said his take was that the Seahawks won more than the Patriots lost. Kind of. I mean, I think once the defense got that turnover for the Seahawks, I thought it was I thought that was kind of changing of the game too. He also said the Fremont experience, so he's definitely been there.
Yeah. Definitely.
Another one from George. He said the what's going on Mile High OUTKAST killing it tonight. Thank you, bro.
Right on, Georgia.
And
Hey, do you even Broncos, bros?
Sandy gets some love. She said the lip combo is fire.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
All right, man. Let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into this. If I can hit the right fucking button. Excuse my language.
You're hitting the right button.
All right, so we
Talking to my
into the
nose.
Mile High Memory. So the Mile High Memory is going to be a group effort. Man, normally we would try to go, but once again, we got to, Alex was there, surprise guest, which I'm glad he was on the show. But we got to keep all of this moving. And shout out to Alex. Thank you so much for being on the show. Lenny and Sandy, love you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to real life. Welcome back
Yes.
to real life.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, that
so-
Vegas was insane.
And I know it was, man. I hit you up on Messenger, and Sandy answers, and she goes, "Put it on video." And you guys were bumping Mariah Carey. You guys were like, "You're like, I can't hear you," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
Yeah.
brother
Well-
on the show.
Yeah.
I was like this. I'll just be bored at home, have a good time. No, just kidding. But the Mile High Memory is what I want to bring up because we're going to get into these Nuggets. We have to transfer to the Nuggets to the
Yeah.
Avs. I know we keep falling back to the Broncos, but we got to keep moving forward. So my Mile High Memory real quick is, and I'll start with you, Joe. When we won the NBA Finals for the first time, do you have where were you at? Where were you at? How proud? How glad? How long did you wait? Take me to that Mile High Memory.
So sadly, the when it was when we were going to seal the game, me and my dad thought we had found some tickets. Went down to the arena, parked. I don't know, man. Something happened with the transfer. I had the guy's number, so I'm talking to him. So that's why I was like, I don't feel we're getting scammed, but like I said, tickets ended up falling through. So we then went and watched it with my mom and dad, with the family at my sister's house. So definitely still got to, I think we barely missed a little bit of the first quarter, but yeah, man, just watching it and knowing that the Nuggets were gonna knowing we had a chance, even through the whole finals. I mean, I had faith, and everything was, we were playing really good that year. Man, Jokic was just whenever you needed something, he was in clutch. You had Murray stepping up, you had KCP. So I was definitely confident the whole time. And then, like I said, for the game, watching it over there, and man, I've been waiting since the Michael Adams, since the Scott Hastings, since the Hanslick, since the LaFonso Ellis, man, the bad pick, the Nicholas Skeetus-Vili pick, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, I go back. Like so we used to go to games all the time at McNichols. So I've been watching them for forever, man. And even the year that the Bulls went 72-10, and we got one of them victories. Put one of them 10 on there. I was at that game too. So yeah, I mean, I've been Nuggets for a long time, and I don't have as much passion with the Broncos as I do with the Nuggets, because we were never really that good. Even when we had Melo, I was hopeful, but I wasn't the biggest Melo fan. So I like players more than everybody else. But once I still had a heart for the Nuggets. It's just I didn't get all crazy about it because it's a long season, and we just didn't have it. But man, I was definitely happy. Couldn't have believed it would have happened. I knew it was, we definitely had a chance, but once it happened, man, I want to get another one, man. So.
Definitely. Well, we got spoiled with one, and when you say you're not the biggest Melo fan, I think the hype was because you had Braun, and then you had Miami, Wade Phillips, or not Wade Phillips, not Wade Phillips, Dwayne Wade. My bad for that. And then we got Carmelo, but he won a championship out of Syracuse coming out. So it was the hype, but he never wanted to be in Denver. It just didn't work out, the way it should have. Lenny, what do you say? What's your high memory about winning that NBA Finals with the Nuggets?
Back to that. The only reason Carmelo loved Denver, he only left because Lala Velasquez wanted to go back to New York.
Yes, sir.
He loved Denver.
Yes, sir.
Lala's and come on, we all seen Powers. We know why he was convinced to go to New York. Anyways,
I totally get that real quick. Guys, give me 30 seconds of
so my high memory, he's asking where we were for finals. So me and Sandy were in the very last row. Very last row. I think so. We went to every single game through the whole playoffs. And we took baby with us to every single game through the whole playoffs. So our daughter, our 7-year-old, was at the Western Conference Championship. Every game, we went to game one of the final. Was it which one did they lose? They lost game 2, right? So game 1, we didn't go to game 2. They lost. The only game we didn't go was their only home loss. So we're like, no matter what, we have to make it. We have to be at the next, because game 5 was the clincher. I think our tickets came out to $4,800, and we were.
It was a lot of money. We're just not gonna put on. Just know we're still paying on it.
We're still paying that credit card.
And
it was the very last row. We were the very last row. We went with my cousin and one of my best friends, and they both fell asleep at halftime.
Bro.
And then so here's my memory about it. It was just amazing. Everything about it was amazing. And this was it's kind of a bittersweet. There was a shooting downtown. I'm sure everyone remembers that, the whole drug deal shooting thing, whatever. We didn't know what was going on outside. However, the bar wouldn't let anybody outside. And because they wouldn't let nobody outside, the bar didn't close. We stood in the bar till 5 a.m. drinking.
Oh,
so it was amazing. So we were very last row of the game, followed the crowd to downtown, and we ended up being able to stay in the bar till 5 a.m. It was amazing.
Yeah, I actually I went once they won 2. I can't remember where I was. I went downtown too, and yeah, it was downtown with the whole crowd and everything too. Aaron Gordon pulled up, and yeah, man, that was
It was insane. It was fun. We were walking literally opposite sides of Aaron Gordon and didn't realize it was Aaron Gordon that everybody was crowding, just because everybody everywhere was jumping around. So we didn't know that oh, they're jumping around Aaron Gordon. We're just like, everyone's jumping around because we just won the championship.
Yeah.
What about you,
Really?
Sandy?
So
I know
mine is,
you probably. Oh, go ahead.
no, tell me.
I said I know you probably kind of got a similar story to Lenny's, but you want to tell me your experience.
No, it's different.
Yeah,
So
my girl.
this is why it's so special to me, is because when Christian Braun played for the Kansas City Jayhawks, we went to the Allen Fieldhouse.
Kansas
Oh,
Jayhawks.
Kansas.
Don't
Oh,
say
sorry.
Kansas City. 'Cause-
Sorry.
I knew what
Yeah,
you meant.
Kansas Jayhawks. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You're
Because I
good.
don't remember names and shit. Anyway, so we went out there to the Allen Fieldhouse and we watched basketball. And mind you, I don't know nothing about basketball. And so then I was like watching and I was like, dude, that kid is so good. I don't know.
She didn't say that
but-
kid. She said that white boy is so good.
Stop. Don't. Let me tell my side of the story.
I know,
And so
Lenny.
then
Keep
I
it
was
down
like-
over there.
Raise your hand
Sandy,
if
you have
wanna
the
talk to
floor.
me. And so then, and the whole energy there, like everything about that was so fun. And I'm like, you know what? I can mess with basketball. That kid is good though. He's so good. I can't believe it. And I was just in shock because I don't know nothing about basketball, and I knew that kid was good. And then the next year, the Nuggets signed him.
Well, we drafted him.
Yeah, we drafted him. And then, anyways, he ended up playing for us. All in all, he ended up playing
Got a
for
custom
us.
jersey before they started making them.
Can I tell my side of the story?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Lenny, we're gonna cut you off, bud. We're gonna.
Where's your mute button? So then he starts playing for the Nuggets. So then I'm like, Lenny's like, that's the kid you saw. And I was like, oh, that's dope. And so then I was like, we have to keep coming. We have to, like, we just have to. So we did. We went to every single game. And then Lenny got me a custom jersey made. It was white. Back then they didn't have the white jerseys made. He had it made for me. And then, and so we followed all the games. And then, yeah, the championship, we won. We were excited. And then Lenny's like, come here, I got a surprise for you a few days after. So we go to Tom's watch party. Shout out to them for having him. Christian Braun was there. And so then I was like, no way, no freaking way. So I walked up and like I told him, you know, I knew you since you were a little moco and I liked you then. I didn't know nothing about you, but now I know everything. I know that you're good, you're amazing. And
Friends with his brother
and then
Landon.
yeah, and so then go sit down. And so then I was like, can you sign my jersey that Lenny made for me? So he signed it, and then it said, CB, I heart you. I'll go get it and I'll show you. This is not a lie. I'm not lying.
He did.
I believe you. Sandy, I have to believe you because you meet everybody. Like
I know. And
You're
so
like, I know
that's
this
not the
player's
best part.
mom, I know this player's dad. You know.
Yeah. So that's not the best part. The best part is, so then I was like, well, can you sign my arm? And he was like, yeah. And so then, you know, because this is a core memory. So then I was walking out. When I was walking out, all the girls were like, do you know him? Is that your friend? Why? Well, what did you say to him? And I was like, nothing. Why? They're like, well, he didn't smile like that one time. Like, what did you say to him? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't say anything. I'm just cool.
You guys know what Sandy does. You guys know what Sandy does.
I'm Sandy Lulu.
So look. So then I went and I got it tattooed. I was like, take me to the tattoo shop ASAP. So he took me, and then
Show it again.
Okay,
A little longer. She tattooed
That's
this
dope.
autograph.
look at that.
Yeah. That's
And
tight.
so then, moving forward, last season he was up in
Club level.
So then it was like, and then we hugged. And then I was like, what's up? And then I was like, do you remember I got this tattooed? He goes, I didn't know you were going to get it tattooed. And I was like, yeah. And so we took some pictures. And then I met his little brother, Landon. He goes to MSU.
He plays for MSU.
He plays for MSU. He's also a basketball player, but he recognized me then. And so I didn't know that real recognizes real because he has real talent. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know how real he was because he has real talent. And that's my memory.
Here's a funny story about like players recognizing her. So one time, I used to have long hair. It was
Lenny on
long
the
perm,
loose.
yeah. So we were at the Nuggets game. We're at the club level, and I see a big black dude looking at me, and I'm like, "Are you good, bro?" And he goes, he's just staring at me. I was like, "Bro, are we good?" He goes, "Is your wife bald?" I was like, "I'm waiting for my wife to come out of the restroom right now." He goes, "Yeah, but if she comes out of the restroom, she's bald and blonde. I know who you guys are, and I partied with you before." I was like, so he's like sitting there waiting. She walks out of the restroom. He gets all happy. "I do know yous. I do know yous." He goes, "I need a picture." Apparently, we partied with this guy before. Didn't know who he was. Ruben Drones.
No way. Running back.
Yeah, Ruben Drones. So then up to the tailgate, we followed to the Horseman tailgate. He shows up to the Horseman tailgate. He starts looking around, and the guys didn't know who he was at first, and he's like, "I'm looking for a bald blonde girl." Like they all know her, they all recognize her. It's fucking great. It's great.
Yeah.
Sandy has that impression. Everyone meets her, everyone loves her. Christian Braun, it was 2 years in between them seeing each other, and he sees her right away, and he's like, "Hey," and runs up and walks up and hugs her. It's like that's the impression she has on them. And let's be real, her hair is very, distinctable. Like people recognize it. So man, everyone remembers her, everyone knows her. Hey, the beats cut out as soon as you left.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear?
Sandy, you messed up the beats. As soon as you
Some more technical difficulties.
there we go. We're back.
We're back.
Sorry.
So if I can do my hot memory real quick. Don't get me wrong, the finals were great, but what I'll always remember is when we won the game to go to the finals. This is when I had the stepkids and all that stuff and blah blah blah. I was so loud, I had tears in my eyes. As you guys know, I get a little emotional. Sandy Lulu's there. Good job, Sandy. But what I will say is that one of my steps, she came out and videoed the whole thing of me jumping and had tears. And I'm like, I looked at all my daughters, all of them, and I'm like, you don't know how long. My dad told me that one time when we won the 97 Super Bowl. I was 13, 14, whatever it was. And he goes, I waited my whole life for this. So I had the opportunity to tell my kids we made it to this and that. And it was caught live on camera. They filmed me and this and that. And I'm jumping for joy. We went and lit off fireworks. And then after we made it out of that Western Conference Championship, I knew we were going to win the finals.
Yeah.
So for some reason, the Western Conference Championship almost meant more than the final. I mean, the finals is the finals. We finally did it, but we were never able to get out of that Western Conference, right, Joe?
No. Like I said, we made it even with Melo and Chauncey. We couldn't get past LA, which we were a tough team.
Yeah,
we got Kobe. So that was a hard team to beat in the seris.
Black Mamba, man.
Yeah, and we had a good squad. Even like I said, I personally wasn't the biggest Melo fan, but I knew he still could. He was a really good basketball player, and like I said, all the runs we made, it just it was finally culminated with the 2023 24 championship. It finally got everything came together, and we were able to ride that wave and get the victory. So it was a fun time, man. I definitely I couldn't believe it. Now we actually get that the little gold star on the back of the jersey now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
There
We got the
go.
banner. We got the banner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe, why don't you read some comments there, man?
Yeah, we got a couple here. We got your mom Sandy, your mom popping in here, or Lenny's.
Oh, that's Mama Chica.
Kids. Yeah, looking good. Mama Chia, check it here. Love you. And you guys responded back. We got George in here. Saying what's up, Lindy and Sandy. And
Jorge.
check out Married with Drinks. That's gonna be on. That's their show that they do on Fridays.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And George said the refs gave the LA that Western Conference Finals. There was some bad refereeing, and we had some referees at that time who might have been on the take. So
Yeah, definitely.
you may not be wrong.
Definitely. You know what? I will say that. But you know what? Let's put some props on it. So this right here, I'm gonna take us to something. We're not gonna do a merry-go-round here. I'm gonna say this to each and every one of you. Let's put some props on it for Bo Nix, baby. Bo Nix played his heart out this year. Bo Nix did every possible thing that he could do, even being restricted from Sean Payton, however you want to look at it, just having the heart, beating teams that we weren't supposed to beat, getting talked about only beating mediocre teams into a certain capacity. You know what? Lenny, let's start with you, my bro. Put some props on it for Bo Nix this season.
So Bo Nix, let me go with Bo Nix. I love Bo Nix, and this is how crazy it was. And I'm going to medlock Sandy right here because this is Sandy's thing. She's the one who made me skeptical of him when we drafted him. She goes, he's 27 years old. She goes, if he was as good as he's supposed to be, he should have been drafted 4 years ago. I think he was 25 at the time, so she exaggerated his age a little. But still, 26. I think she said 26. Yeah, but it's true what she said. Yeah, most quarterbacks are drafted at 22 and they're that good. So she made me a skeptic. Like, oh, Sandy, you have some points there, and you know what? So I started off against Bo Nix. I wasn't sure about him. Last year, I built it. I loved it. I was the happiest I ever been for being wrong. Happy I was wrong last year. This year was more excited. So now I'm a Bo Nix fan this year. I'm loving it. But when he broke his ankle and he got up and he shakes his leg and then jogs to the huddle and then finishes with the kneel down that people can't do with a broken ankle. He kneels down, gets up, he even stumbles a little and catches himself, jogs off to the sideline. That's a dog. You can't teach dogs. You can't coach dogs like that. Dogs are dogs. And yeah, okay, we didn't do it this year, but man, our future is bright. We have a dog like that leading our team. Our future is bright. You see, I said future. I mixed future and bright.
I like it.
God, my props all goes to Bo Nix.
Sandy, what say you? Put some props on for Bo Nix this season.
Okay, I do, because I was not a believer. I thought it was weird that he was so late and barely getting drafted, and I just didn't see it. But I love him now. I do put props on him for the fact that he's like, I don't care what they say. My mom said I'm gonna win that. Like, he's so humble, and he's how many people offered him this money? The Jets. Who else offered him money? He's like, no, I'm gonna stay with Broncos.
Oh, they were talking about the offers.
Yeah.
He was
no, exactly. But he's here, and he stayed with it because this is where family is. This is where his heart is.
And he said that, like he said, is he wants to be a Bronco for life. So that makes me even. Oh.
And I retract everything that I said, and I feel stupid. I'm embarrassed. Sorry, Bo Nix, that I was skeptical. But I am a believer. I did say that. I'm a believer. Now I'm a believer. I had to believe it till I see it.
And so. Bo, I'm sorry that I listened to my wife and she made me a skeptical of you, because I am a believer now.
You should be, Lenny. You should be.
Yeah. She put stuff in my head that I was like, you are right.
Yeah.
I'm never wrong.
Joe, what do you say, man? Put some props on it for Bo Nix this season.
Yeah, same with Lenny. I was kind of skeptical. I didn't think it was a bad pick, but I was, like Alex was saying, we earlier too. We hadn't had a good quarterback here in years, and we had been trying. We tried Greasy, we tried Osweiler, Yeah,
Jeez.
we went through them.
Praise
We
the
brought Russ in here, so
Yeah.
we tried everybody, and so that's the only thing I was skeptical about. I was like, man, I hope he gets it done here. And the first year took us to the playoffs. I was totally past my expectations of what I would have wanted for his rookie year. And I like I said, I got to go to the last game at against KC. Even though KC wasn't playing nobody, I still got to see it in person. I'm like, man, he's got some talent. This year, like you were saying, I hope he gets better to where he doesn't play to a team's level, but he definitely has a talent to be a top tier quarterback, and he'll definitely get there. He's already close, but I definitely think with some more couple weapons, we're gonna be back next year and we're gonna be strong. He is definitely he's made me a believer, and yeah, I'm definitely ready to see what he does next year when we have a little more weapons for him to use.
Definitely. And you know what? I mean, I will say the same thing that you guys say. When we drafted, I was like, really? But if you look at the statistics, well, not
no one likes
necessarily,
Oregon Ducks.
but if you look at the past, we were trying to
Shout out,
sign
Dak.
quarterbacks at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Like how Brett Favre jumped from team to team. Like we were doing that with multiple players. Like let's try to win it after Peyton Manning went, dude. The revolving door of quarterbacks that we had, and I'm gonna be honest, for Sean Payton to see something in Bo Nix to be like, this is my guy, when all of Denver, man, at least 90% of Denver was like, whoa, I don't know if that's a good choice. And you know what? Sean Payton made the right decision, obviously. Here's the thing is that I'm going to put some props on it for Bo Nix, but Sean Payton's got to give him the opportunity to succeed. Sean Payton has to give more trust in Bo Nix and not put him in harm's way of running off like he did in the divisional against the Bills. Like he's got to be protected. So you got to give him a line. We got money now. Build a line a little bit. Give him a weapon or two, a tight end, whatever. It doesn't have to be like all new wide receivers, new tight ends, new line. No, we're not far off from the goal of what we do. But what we do got to do is protect Bo. That's a franchise quarterback. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely
for
protect
sure.
Bo.
Yes.
And so go back to what Alex was saying earlier. That's a HIPAA violation by Sean Payton disclosing what he disclosed, right? I see it as reverse psychology. If I tell everyone he's not going to be good, nobody's going to want him. He's mine now.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology. I'm keeping Bo. You guys don't want him. He's his ankle's bad. So it's a HIPAA violation, but it was reverse psychology. You guys.
I don't even know what you're talking about. HIPAA violation. I don't even la.
Nobody knows what that means.
George popping in. He said, "Bo Nix's heart and grit remind me of Prime Stafford." So it's not a bad comparison. It's another Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, man. If you're gonna compare him to Stafford,
Overdogs.
then overdog.
Overdogs. Hey, Jorge, tell Dak I'm sorry I took a stab at him. I feel bad for that one. Not really. I don't feel bad for it. Let's go, Buffs.
And I'm gonna throw
nobody wants
I'm gonna throw some personal props on it to my son again. They did it again this week. They played last night and they won again. They actually put up 52 points. They won 52-26. So
whoa,
they put up some points. So good.
I had the pleasure of meeting your son.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite, man. He's doing pretty good. He's definitely enjoying it. So I'll get to watch one of his games coming up soon because I just can't. It's kind of hard to get out on the day that he plays. So, but shout out
awesome.
Giovanni.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
When CU scored, it was a free throw. They're at the line, 66 points, and they're at the free throw line. They hit the free throw. Him and my daughter both jumped up at the same time. 6
Yeah, he loves that.
Do you have? Are you talking about the little guy?
The little guy from the CU game.
That's the little guy, Joe?
Yeah, he's little.
That's Mini Medlock.
That's Mini Medlock.
I wasn't there. I didn't make it that day.
She didn't make it.
Yeah.
We
my
had 25.
My dad took him up there.
We had 25 tickets. Only 6 were used.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I wish I could have went.
I think we're getting all our name on the list for the 24th. So be ready. Matter of fact, send me a message with the names.
All right, back to
Joe,
the show.
send me your mom and dad's names so I could get them on the list. And Tim, make sure you get me all the daughters' correct names.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got you. I appreciate that so much, my brother. I really do. And you know what? To boot, it's not only that the score was so high with Joe's son. My high salute to his son to be able to do that. But Lenny, for you just to be like, I gotta meet him. And him, they do 6'7", he's 6'7".
Yeah.
Bro, you get to be part of, what I mean? Like you guys met my girls and now you got to meet Joe's son. Dude, that's something special there. You know what I mean?
love it. That's why I said it was instant family. Family for sure.
Yes. And I'm sure you met Coach then, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and Coach missed, I think, the first 10 minutes after halftime we missed because we were sitting there talking about, he was telling me about the 71 manual and I was telling him about 05 Lincoln and we were going, oh, man. And then finally, I think Joe's mom was, boys, watch the game. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we're here to watch the game. Yeah. Coach, I loved Coach. Loved him. Absolutely loved. I'd like to actually go have dinner with him because I love Coach.
Shout out to Coach for sure.
You know what's a cool thing is Medlock, your mom was like, I know your wife. I remember her when she was little. She was in the youth group with you. She was in youth group with you. So I was like, that's great. So your mom remembered that you two were in youth group together.
Yeah.
What a small world, man.
Small world.
Yeah.
What a small world. And you know what?
We just become best friends.
Sandy got medlocked by Lenny.
Yes, Sandy got medlocked.
Yeah.
Going into some comments, Joe, and we'll go into the fourth and forecast, my bro.
Yeah, I got a couple here. George popped in here. He said Dak loves his Ducks. He did predict us drafting him around November, so I'll give him props on that. Hey, Dak's got some good stuff sometimes. So yeah, he definitely loves his Ducks. That's for sure. He said the 24th, man, I'll be at another wedding. Well, George, you got to be there for your peoples.
Yeah.
Well, he was in Montana. He went to his cousin's wedding, and what I will say about this for George, man, we didn't really talk much when he was out there, but I knew he was like doing wedding stuff and doing all that. But like the stories I heard from my brother George, he's like, he killed it in Montana. He goes, Montana was great, man, and he says it had a blast, and all of them were, just having a great time. They can walk to the local bar, they can walk across the street, or to do like they didn't have to really leave anywhere. And that family atmosphere that my brother had to have out there with his cousin, man, George, I'm glad that you went and had a great time, man. You're gonna remember that for the rest of your life, my bro.
Right on, George.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And then we got Fortnite Kid, aka my mom. They have her list like that. So my mom said you're right about being in the youth group together and about telling y'all to watch the game. I'm pretty sure. So shout out, Mom.
Yeah.
Fortnite Kid. All right, let's get it.
All right. So fourth and forecast. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Fourth and forecast. Nuggets blew it on Monday, man. We got to start transitioning to these Nuggets and Avs. We all love the Broncos, but I want to start taking us in until the draft and free agency happens and stuff. Okay, Super Bowl's over. We got to start talking about these Nuggets. We got to start talking where we're at. So here we are, 10 points with 7 minutes to go on Monday. And they let them back in, and that's not the first time. We went up by 11, and then we were up by 10 again. So on three different basketball possessions, we let them up when we're up by 10 or 11. twice by 10, once by 11. How do you let that game slip out of your hands? And I know there's multiple reasons. I can go off right now. I'm sure everybody here can go off. Joe, give me your take of how we can just let them back in the game with 7 minutes left.
They didn't have the drive to finish the game off. I mean, you're that close. You're up 10 points. I think 7 minutes left. I can't remember exactly.
It's like 7 minutes.
They were up. Yeah, they were up, and they still found a way to lose. It's against the Cavaliers too. You have Harden, who just knows how to get to the free throw line. You got Donovan Mitchell too. So they just didn't have the drive to finish off that game and to get the victory. They've been playing some close games though. They went to the double overtime game against the Knicks, against the Bulls. So they were coming off the road trip. They may have just been a little lethargic, but it definitely was. It was a bad loss where they could have just finished it off and put the Cavaliers down, but they let them stay close and come back and steal the victory here in Denver. So it's kind of a bad loss.
Yeah, and when you bring up Harden, man, who was it that was guarding him when he hit that three to tie it up? I can't remember who. I think it was Hardaway that was on it. But like you couldn't play actual better defense at that point. I mean, Harden just pulled up and hit that three. What I didn't like about that is when we went back down with the ball, is the kick out back to Hardaway to shoot the three when you're already in the paint, and then you pass it off to Joker, and Joker do something, and then Joker passes out to Hardaway to do something, and then you get the foul on the other side. And the game is over just like that. I was like, what? Call a timeout if you need to and get grouped or however you want to see it. I won't talk too much, but Lenny, I don't know. I know you guys were in Vegas, but did you feel like that game slipped away from us when we played the Cavs?
So on Monday, so Monday night we didn't get to watch much of the game. We were busy missing our third flight of the day.
Man.
Yeah, I'm not lying to you. We
That's
missed
for a
3
different
flights. So
podcast.
that's a different podcast. Yeah, we missed 3 flights that day. So we didn't get to see it. I know that at one point I looked and we were up, and I get to the airport and I come back from the airport and it shows the final. We lost. Like, oh wait. But here's a good thing is on Saturday we were in Vegas during the celebration. You want to tell them why we were celebrating Saturday night?
No,
The Joker.
For which celebration?
When Joker did
I don't remember.
when he passed the trip, Oscar Robinson, everyone started celebrating at the bar we're at.
Triple-double.
Oh yeah, the triple.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Now that you mention it, I remember.
yeah, now you mentioned
Yeah, no, we were celebrating the triple double. I don't remember which.
It was
night
weird. The sports book that we were in, we literally saw like
it was like the wave. Everyone was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like not even just Nugget fans though. It was there was
Everybody.
Laker fans. There was there are tons of different fans there, and everybody was cheering for when he did it.
Like
Like
past Oscar Robinson in triple doubles.
yeah, he passed Oscar Robinson triple doubles, and it came up big on the screen. You know, they stopped the
Big
game
O.
for 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and so it was such a big celebration right there that hey, maybe the Nuggets are still celebrating Monday. maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're still tired from their celebration.
That could be true. I kind of think Joker was just probably watching like a video to see if his horses were okay, through the camera.
Oh man, I love that he loves horses. If Sandy, so here's the thing:
They
a
were
lot of
ready
people
for
don't
the
know about me,
All-Star
but
break.
Sandy does. I absolutely love horses. Horse racing is my forte. I
Look, they were ready
absolutely
for all
love
the
it.
All-Star
Oh yeah,
break.
they're already for the All-Star
That's
break.
that's
but-
coach. That's
Coach.
coach right
There
there.
you go, coach. But yeah, no. So Saturday, yeah,
I
Saturday
agree.
was,
I agree with you, Coach. They might be ready for the All-Star break because they look like they're kind of running on fumes. This and that. I don't think we should have gave up that game because you had a shot at the end of the fourth, and then you had a shot. But they didn't take it. I think they got to get more involved in the paint, to be honest with you. And then when it comes to the Grizzlies, did you
We're
see
still
that?
C3 though. We're still C3.
Yeah, still third seed.
seed.
Yeah, hey, way to be positive.
But that can,
all the
but over,
years.
Be positive.
but over 2 games, that can totally switch. It's that tight.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but
That's what we got to start worrying about. So, like, you know, the name of the show is Mile High Madness, and the reason why it's called Mile High Madness is because this is what I want to say: the Nuggets have to treat every game that they play like March Madness. If you're not winning, you're not gonna go on to the next. It's too tight to be like, oh, we're third now, because tomorrow or after the All-Star break, anything can happen. One thing
also,
I will,
it's like Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you're last.
there you go. I love that one.
Yeah, I kind of disagree though. I don't think they need to play every game like it's March Madness, because we'll have 42 games left in the season. With our injuries, we need to be we need to be cautious of giving it everything every night and make sure our that wherever we go, wherever we're going to be at in the playoffs, as long as we're healthy and ready, we're going to be a tough team to put out. And I would rather have us going in there healthy than trying to make a big run to get a top seed. I just want us to be in the playoffs and make sure we're healthy.
Yeah, medlock by the medlock.
We got to get in there. I agree. I mean, you want AG to stay healthy for the season and then have him for the playoffs, but you still got to get to the playoffs. So I just think that there's a lot of things that we can move. One thing moving to the next game. Did you see Joker's football pass down that court to literally spot on?
He's had plenty of those throughout the year. Yeah. I think there was 2 years ago when we were looking for a quarterback. They were like bringing Joker, because I think he had like 2 or 3 of them that were down court, perfect, spot on. I was like, no, wait, he does pass good.
And he could run.
Well, he don't look like he's running, but he's running. Imagine having to tackle a 7-foot quarterback.
But that pass reminded me of I don't know if you guys remember this. I'm pretty sure Joe and does when the Utah Jazz were playing the Chicago Bulls in the championship, and John Stockton threw a dime piece to Karl Malone, and they went up by like 1, and then that's when Jordan had to take. I think that was like Jordan's final shot as a Bull to win that game. But it reminded me. I mean, like, how do you just launch that ball just so quick and get it down the court on a dime? I want to give Joker his props for just being aware of somebody sprinting down, and that's what Joker needs is people making cuts, people fast break, going down that line. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes, I agree, but also here's the thing is that he's training those horses, but those horses are training him because they only see out of each eye from each side of their head, right? They don't. So he, as a human, sees straight forward, but he sees from his peripherals. He sees what's going on all around him, and it's them horses reciprocating.
You just call Joker a horse? I like it though, because it makes sense, man. He does shit that's amazing.
No, he's a beast, but him and his horses, they vibe like that for a reason. They vibe like that for a reason.
I like that. I like that perspective.
He didn't even like
Never heard it before.
It wasn't even like it was just effortless. he noticed that. Only horses notice that shit. He was just like over here watching this person, but he saw this guy coming and freaking did what Joker does, and it's that
did what Joker
energy.
Does. Oh, that's a good shirt. Did what Joker does. That's a good shirt.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy, but I just think that energy, real energies are real energies.
No, I agree. I just think that he needs people cutting down to the paint. Let's be realistic. We can't be 3-point shooters all the time. I know the league is changing. What do you say, Lenny?
And also, so exactly what you said just now. That's what killed us in the 2013 Western Conference Finals is Josh Smith and what did we do? I think we shot like 38%, but we kept shooting from 3-point line. Like that was insane. Like what are you guys doing right now? I think there was two different games in that series. We were up and literally lost the game because we would not stop shooting threes. Like if you have the lead, protect the lead. Why are you going to keep shooting threes? It's insane. So Yes, he needs those players. And so then I'm going to break into this. Peyton Watson, everybody's loving him right now. And I'm not going to lie, like he's done some cool shit. He's done some amazing stuff. But he reminds me of
Ricky Bobby.
No, Barton
Ricky
2.0.
Will Barton?
No, Will Barton 2.0. Man, like, okay, that shot was really cool, but what does it matter? He's shooting 20% today. Like, you can't go 7 for 29 and say he had a good game. Like, no, that ain't how it works. And it frustrates me. And I'm not saying he can't progress. I'm not saying he can't get better, but he's just really, really frustrating me because he reminds me so much of Will Barton. Like the only thing we're missing out of him is doing a dunk contest dressing like Michael Jackson. And then I'll be done with him.
Yeah.
No, he's
Joe?
not no Will. He's not no Will. He's not no Will Barton. I know.
No.
I get where you're trying to go to, but it's
Yeah, I think Peyton stepped up. I with him playing really good defense and everything, I definitely think he'll be definitely an integral part for our playoff run too. And see how he comes back because he was doing really good, shooting really good from 3 and everything, dunking on Chet Holmgren and giving him the business. So we'll see. I was gonna say shout out to my boy Kenny. He gave my mom and dad tickets. Well, he gave me tickets, but I had to work last night. I couldn't get out of it. So my mom and dad went to the game last night. So thanks for the tickets. So mom and dad were they watched my son's game and then went down to the Nuggets game. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, your parents are amazing. Your parents are amazing. The fact that your mom goes to all the games with your dad, I told Sandy, I was like, man, the day you stop showing up to games with me,
she'll go sometimes. Sometimes she likes to stay at home. Like if it's me and my dad going, or like me, my dad, and my brother-in-law.
Right.
So she'll go a lot, but she doesn't mind staying at home neither at the time. Well, she doesn't have to go all the time. I won't say she doesn't.
Nah, she's a great lady. She's a great lady.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you got to meet her, Lenny.
Me too, for sure.
I'll tell you what, man. She's treated me just so well since our freshman year, man. I mean, even if she had to yell at me a little bit, like, what did you guys do last night? What time did you guys get in? Because sometimes I would go crash at Joe's, or he'd crash at my house. We lived like 2 blocks away. So, we always had to hear it from each other's parents a little bit, but between my parents and his parents, man, they they love each one of us we were those kind of people that we get yelled at, but then we still got breakfast on a Saturday morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I love that she remembered Sandy like that. That was amazing. She's like, I know Sandy. I was like, whoa, that was amazing. I was like, oh, good people remember good people.
Yeah.
Yes,
you know what? My high salute to Joe's parents.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. The coach. What was her name again? I'm sorry.
Diane.
Coach and Diane. Oh, C and D.
Joe and D.
Yeah.
Well,
so I just think we need to fix up. I think we need to fix up a little decision making that we have to do, because it kind of seems like the coaching isn't like it seems like more freestyle out there than it does like a game plan. And you know what? I mean, these players got to realize that they're getting paid for a reason. And if you guys notice, how many passes does Jokic get that he's just like, why wouldn't you just take that shot? Like, it's like, yeah, Joker's back, but come on, man, give him. Build a team around him. I know there's a lot of injuries and stuff. I just think if we're gonna make a run at this, start doing stuff for yourselves and not relying on Joker so much.
Yeah,
and we haven't picked nobody up yet from the buyout market that's still out there. I don't know if we will, but like I said, once everybody gets healthy, if they get healthy, like I said, Peyton Watson and Aaron Gordon, I think, is the integral key to us definitely making a long run. So when he gets healthy and getting him back healthy, I think that'll definitely give us a really big shot. But everybody's been stepping up pretty good. Even though we've lost, we haven't gotten blown out. We've been in these games, so I definitely think it's given a lot of experience for the bench, and it's building some character for the team. So I definitely feel we need to just sharpen things up. But I think we'll be good for the second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean the All-Star break, like as Coach said, they're ready for the All-Star break. I get it,
And you got
but
Murray
but
out there. He's gonna be blue arrow on the 3-point contest.
there you
So-
go, baby. There you go, baby.
There
Murray's
we go.
finally in and participating in extras. I mean, how?
Oh, man,
my
this
God.
is long time due. Long time due.
Mhm.
Long time due. So I have 2 Nugget jerseys. One's a Chauncey Billups jersey and one's a Jamal Murray jersey. And man, every year that he's shunned out of the All-Star, it makes no sense to me. Like you're the second best player on the best team, in my opinion. Biased again, I'm being biased. They're going to be biased, but you're the second best player on the best team. Like, how are you not even getting talked about for the All-Star game? How does it take your best player getting hurt and you averaging 27 points while he's gone to finally get in? Like, man, he was capable. What did he do during the bubble? He had 3 50-point games in the bubble. Like people didn't recognize that back then.
They recognized it, but they didn't want it to actually do. Denver market doesn't get looked at the way that LA or whoever, and I mean, if you want to even get into like the whole LA, and I know you didn't bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up. You see LeBron stepping down and not going toe to toe with San Antonio.
Yeah. I did see that.
He's too old for that.
He's too old for that.
Just kidding.
She like she's
Retire
LeBron fan.
then.
I'm not a LeBron fan.
If you're not retired and you're supposed to be a superstar, get your ass on that.
Well, he's waiting around to play with Bryce too.
Yeah.
The Lakers gonna draft Bryce.
But you couldn't see him like gradually declining as he ages. So the
No,
longer he
I
stays
gradually
on the
see him
team,
as a crybaby on the court, flopping the way he does.
Oh
but-
man!
All right.
So before he got
tomato.
to before he got to LA,
I love
You're
it.
saying what I'm thinking.
before he got to LA, I was in full argument of him being top 2, top 3 of all time. And then once he got to LA, it just that flopping got it like holy cow! Like they got bad, and the flopping got bad. His crybabiness got bad. Like his like did you see him try to fight Caruso the other night? Like, bro, that dude was all had your back fully because the Lakers didn't want to sign him. You're gonna go talk stuff to him? Like, what is that? What is
My
that?
baby's crying.
He's the Kanye of the NBA. I don't know.
Yeah. He's a Kanye of the NBA. Like, you make great music, but your mind ain't all there.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you say,
sure.
man? Should he Should he have put a foot on that floor against San Antonio?
I mean, I don't know what the whole. I would have to. I didn't get to hear what he said afterward and everything like that to make my a better analysis of it. I mean, he is kind of older. He does kind of defer a little bit more to his teammates. So it could be something like that where he just felt somebody else was having a better night, could have did a little better, and he's older, man. But this is probably his last year. He may be able to go one more year, coming off the bench. So we'll see. If he does get Bryce here, man, he's like Giannis, but with his sons.
Yeah.
Giannis with his two brothers there.
Giannis got his brothers in.
Yeah,
He got his brothers a championship. his youngest brother, he got him a championship.
Yeah. I mean, so man, Bron, he could almost. Well, it depends because I don't think they'll ever do anything with him in LA. They're not gonna move him or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, he's just older, and he's carving his way out the way he wants to kind of go out. So
Yeah,
we'll see how it plays out.
We'll see.
Just
any comments you got out there, Joe?
At least Caruso didn't go out there and give him the smush face like happened with the Hornets in the Detroit the other day.
Oh, that was insane, right? That fight was crazy. Like, those dudes were swinging, like they were out to hurt each other. Like
it was hockey.
Yeah, that was a hockey. Hey, but here's a question: they do it in hockey. Why won't they let it happen in the NBA?
Oh, they stopped that because the Tom Janovich, when he got his nose, almost went through his whole face.
Is that one of my favorite parts of a semi-pro when the camera's off? Somebody hit somebody.
Yeah, somebody hit somebody.
Oh man, George, he said Watson is our next best defender after AG, and it was apparent last night against the Grizz. Yeah, we we're definitely missing some key defenders that are able to guard and have the link to get down and guard him through the whole paint and everything. So yeah, definitely.
Watson, I'll give him that. Watson is a way better defender than Barton ever was. That's a fact.
Yeah, easy.
Watson is way better than I even forget his name. Barton. Yeah, defending.
Will the Thrill. He said our bench had 42 points last night. We already built a team. We just aren't healthy. That's how I kind of feel too. That's how I was with us not making a move. I didn't think it was bad. And like I said, once we get healthy, we definitely have a good chance. And with our bench playing as good, it's like I said, it actually helps build them. It helps build them up. And he's talking about LeBron. He didn't want to.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. He did not want to. He got scared. He was like, I don't want to be showed up by this great team because San Antonio is a finals candidate, dude. Hands down.
For
Hands
sure.
down.
And then George said he heard that AC was out and didn't want to get carried off the court to the ambulance.
I like that one.
Oh, killing it. Good. Thanks for the laugh out there.
All right, Joe. Well, we're about to get out of here. I don't know where Sandy Lulu is. Does she want to sign off with us or what?
Yeah, we'll sign off. Our granddaughter was crying. She's upstairs. So believe it or not, we got grandkids.
I got you, man.
Let me throw this up here too for you real quick before we get out of here, before you forget about it.
I appreciate that.
Give me just a second. I thought I had it up here.
I just saw it come in on the bottom. And then it went away. We're trying. Appreciate that, Joe. Joe's always got my back, man. In case anybody wondering what he's trying to pull up, I do have my own small business. It's called Borrego Painting. I'm out there killing it. Lenny, George, Joe, they're sharing my stuff out there. I've been in business for about 7 years now, but you know what? The more people that can share my stuff or want to bid or whatever, please DM me on Facebook or hit me up on TikTok, or if not, get on the show and say this. But yeah, man, Borrego Painting, and Joe's the one that told me, he goes, just send me the logo, we'll put it up. And I never really thought of it, but there I am right there. That's Borrego Painting. Do interior, exterior, commercial, residential. Anytime, it's all free bids. I appreciate any chance. Pass it on if any family members, neighbors, or whatever need a paint job. Please let me know. I also do drywall, finishing, and framing. Try to stay just painting, but whatever business comes my way, I truly appreciate it. So thank you for that, Joe.
Yeah. We always keep forgetting, so I want to get that out there.
Yes, sir.
Can't forget the business.
Yes, sir. So, you know what, Lenny, real quick before we get out of here, man, tell me how life's back in D-Town, man. Were you coming back from Vegas, the party town?
Well, let me explain. So Monday morning, we had an 8 a.m. flight. We looked at each other about 6:30 in the morning. We're like, we'll rebook. So we rebooked for 3 p.m. So we were 8 p.m. We got there. I don't know how this happened, but somehow, even though it was on the same booking from 8 a.m., it was only one of us got booked. So they had to rebook us for midnight. So we go back down to Fremont, keep drinking. We get back to the airport about 11 o'clock. We get to the flight leaves at 8:35. Our doors close at 8:35. Flight leaves at 8:50 or 12:50. Let me rephrase that. 12:35 flight leaves a.m. Our door closes 12:50 a.m. Flight leaves. We fall asleep right there while we're waiting. We get there about 11:30, fall asleep. We wake up, it's literally 12:40 a.m. Not only are the doors closed, but the plane's gone, which made no sense. We're like, wait, you guys, like, because at first we're like, reopen the door. They're like, no, the plane's gone. We looked out, like, no, the plane really was gone. So we missed 3 flights in one day. They rebooked us for Tuesday. And so we rebooked for Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, 4 p.m. It was rough because me and Sadie, we just go. And so we kept going. It was a good time. We had a good Tuesday. We did the fish on the feet thing that helped our feet, and that was amazing. And so now we're back in D-Town, and we're exhausted. It's been 2 days, and we're still having a hard time. Like this morning, she's like, "Can I miss work?" I was like, "You've missed work all week. Like you can't miss work. We can't miss work. It's been that exhausting. We need a vacation from the vacation."
Well, welcome back, Lenny, man. I'm glad you're back.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
On the show. Joe, anything you want to do to get out before we close? Before I close this out?
No, like I said, I'm just ready to watch this All-Star weekend and
Who's
dunk
on the
contest. We'll see. Hopefully somebody pulls something good out and see how Jamal does in that 3-point contest.
Oh, cheering for Jamal. Who's gonna win the dunk contest?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
Are they bringing out the kid from the D League again?
I'm not sure. He got a 10-day contract, but I'm not sure because he's won it the last 2 years.
3 years, I think.
3 years, okay, yeah. And I don't know. That Richardson looks pretty good, but man, I don't know. I don't know. It's all gonna depend on who can make. Because once you get to like that second attempt on your dunk, second, third attempt, if you don't make it, it kind of sours it out. So.
Yeah.
No, totally agreed. But one of the things that's been always souring it out is that you never get like, and I hate to keep going against like LeBron and stuff like that, but he never participates. Like it's not like how it used to be when the slam dunk contest, the 3-point contest,
the best players participated.
What was there? It's just not the same anymore. And you know what? The Pro Bowl has not been the same for I don't know how long. The most exciting one to me, and I don't know how much of a baseball fan you are, Lenny, but I love the Major League All-Star Game. I look forward to that game, and when it comes, dude, don't get me wrong, I'll tune in for a 3-point contest or whatever, but it wasn't like early 2090s, like when those All-Star games. I mean, man, that was cool. And it wasn't like they were playing major defense, but it was exciting to see, and everyone participated. Man, Michael Jordan went to every slam dunk contest he did. I mean, look at how many people participated then, and then all of a sudden you want to opt out. Like, I'm not going to do that. When these loyal fans been following you all year, and you can't give them that little extra for an All-Star game, like that's the decline of the NBA that I don't like.
His senior year in high school, he won the McDonald's All-American dunk contest, and then couldn't give us at least one. Like, come on, guy, give us one dunk contest.
Thank you.
You won the McDonald's All-American, and you can't give us one.
I agree with you.
Like you're saying, Tim, like the old days, because Larry Bird, when he was playing, he'd come in there in the locker room about the 3-point contest. Who's going to come in second? Because he knew he was going to win it. Like that was his trash talk. He knew who it was. He'd be like, man, y'all going to come? Who's coming in second?
And not many people could talk shit the way Larry Bird did. I'll tell you that.
No. That's why Sandy loves him.
I can.
That's one of her favorite players because she loves him. She hates Boston, but she loves Larry Bird.
Yeah. Who likes Boston? But we all love Bird and respect Bird.
You're right.
So I get that. Sandy, these two already kind of gave us their end out. Why don't you say what's on your mind, and before I take us out and do mine.
First of all, shout out to Arcadia for being
for the powerful words.
Yes, for the powerful words. Keep doing what you're doing, and shout out to Orange and Blue, and that's it. I love you all. Much love.
Hey guys, tune in tomorrow. If you guys ain't doing nothing tomorrow, we're only going for 15 minutes live tomorrow at 7 p.m. You can find us on Facebook at Married with Drinks. We just talk a lot of shit. It's really, if you want to just watch a couple talk shit for 15 minutes, that shit show. That's what we do. It's called Married with Drinks for a reason. But yeah, tune in tomorrow, or you can find us on Facebook. We'll be live.
If you're not tuning in, you're missing out. If you're not tuning in, you're missing out, because man, I didn't expect a couple things that happened on that show, and I was just like, "What? You're killing it!"
It's F around and find out Friday. So
F around, find out Friday.
You never know.
FAFO.
Thank you so much for having us. It's always a good time.
We love you guys.
We love you guys.
Like
so
I said
much.
before, instant family. On
All
point,
day.
instant family.
Yes,
You
sir.
guys got to get back on that mountain time, that Denver time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
One thing I will say when I take us out real quick, I got nothing but love for all you guys. Appreciate it. One of my best friends in the world, my co-host, Mile High Medlock Joe. Nothing but love for you, my dog. For you guys, just shouting out his parents and being on the show, even though you guys are getting back from Vegas, it was just a quick decision for you guys. So really do appreciate that. And on Sandy's words, to my Yaya, to my Arcadia, what a great poem, and that came from your heart. And always, always, always say what's on your mind, on your chest, whether it's pen to paper, verbally, however you want to do it. And you know what? I will tell her this. Sandy Lulu is always there with you. So
it's like Alex.
Always.
Yeah, it's like Alex Ramirez said to the advice Alex Ramirez said to her: if you have the platform, take advantage of it. So good job, Yaya.
So you know what? Miles High salute.
Miles High. Shout out Denver Foods. They're gonna be out in the All-Star break this weekend, so check them out for all their content. So tune into them. They were on Guerrilla Sports yesterday.
That's awesome.
And as always, let the good times roll.
Yeah, let the good
times. Exactly. We just to let you guys know, I'm not gonna give the spoilers, but in the next 2 weeks we have 4 great guests. I'm sure Lenny and Sandy will be tuning in to support all of them because they know all of them very well. So you know what? You guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. We're the Mile High OUTKAST. Love you, Lenny and Sandy. Thanks for coming through. We out of here.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Turn it up. Let the city feel the bass.